Hello, my name is Mr. Cookson. If you're watching this, that probably means that you're in my classroom. And so I wanted to put this together to give you a little idea of who I was and how my class runs, give you some insider info. So to start off, where I come from, I was born and raised in Springfield, Illinois, so not far from here. I went to high school at Lanphier High School. Then I graduated from Illinois State University. I taught last year at Bloomington Junior High, and so I saw a lot of you as 7th graders running around the halls. So I'm excited to get to have a lot of you in my class. Give you a little background, some of my favorite things. My favorite sport is football. I love to watch it. I love to play it. Favorite team to watch is the Chicago Bears. So if they win on a Sunday night, then there's a good chance I'm going to be in a good mood on the next day. And if they lose, just give me some space. I'm grieving. I'm needing some time to calm down from it. I love the movie Heavyweights. If you haven't seen it, then that is your first homework assignment for the year. And my favorite food, I like a lot of food. Chinese, probably got to be my favorite. I think I could eat it every day. And believe it or not, as a teacher, outside of school, I do have a life. Some of the things I like to do outside of school are attend my church, Cares Community Church. I already said I really like watching Sunday football or nearly any other sport that's on. I really love spending time with my wife. That's a picture of her on the right. I like to catch up on my favorite TV shows and movies and play board games. Really anything to keep me entertained. And so that's a little bit about me. I want to share a little information about how this class is going to run. And it starts with my expectations from you. And that is that we're going to learn a lot this year. So you may have been in classes before where you were just expected to do the bare minimum, and that's not what this class is going to be like. I expect every student to work at learning. That means that nobody's going to get by just doing the bare minimum. I want everybody to push themselves, and we're expecting to learn a lot. We're cramming a lot of material into 1 year, which means being here, present, is huge. Also, doing your homework is going to be huge. If you take a week off, you will fall behind. And so just a forewarning, a lot is going to be learned. I also really believe that you and you alone have the power to make you succeed. I'm going to do every single thing in my power to make you succeed, but at the end of the day, you have to make that choice. Do you want to do well in this class or not? And that goes far beyond this class. I believe that's pretty much anything in life, that at the end of the day, you say, am I going to succeed or not? Participation is huge in this class, that you're going to need to be engaged and participating to be able to do well. And then the other big thing that I like to talk about is how this class is going to be a mental workout. One of the best questions that I hear is, why are we learning this? And I think that's really valid. You shouldn't ever just take somebody on their word and accept that you need to learn something without questioning why. Why do I need to know it? Some of the things that we're going to learn in this class are going to be very applicable to your life. They're going to be things life skills that you can use. Some of them are going to be a little harder for you to see when you would use them in life. And honestly, the biggest answer that I'm going to say to that is that by just learning them, it is a mental workout. And what I mean by that is this. Your brain is set, here's a little lesson on how your brain works. Your brain is set up almost like a tree where it has branches. And every time that you learn something new, you grow a new branch. The more of those branches you have, the easier it is to learn new things. And so there's two different kinds of brains that I have pictured here with trees. There's the one on the left where that person hasn't learned a lot. They have some information, but they haven't pushed themselves very much. Now, why that's a problem is when they come to learn something new that they think they really need to know for their life, it's going to be a lot more difficult for them to learn because they don't have that strong foundation. Compare that with the tree on the right. Look how many branches it has. Look how thick and strong those branches are. When you have a brain that's set up like that, when you come to learn something new, it comes much easier to you. You're able to learn it more quickly and deeply. And so that's the goal for this class, that even if it's not something that you're going to go home and use that day, for example, let's say you are trying to solve an exponential equation. Honestly, most of you in 8th grade aren't going to be solving exponential equations in your free time. However, by learning how to solve an exponential equation, it makes your brain stronger so that when a situation comes where you do need to learn something that you feel is important to you, you're able to learn it quickly and you're able to learn it well. So that's all I'll say about that. Your brain, it's super interesting. If you have questions on how that works, I love talking about it, clearly. Here's a grade breakdown for the course. Tests are worth 45%, quizzes are 35%, projects are 20%, and you're going to notice homework is 0%. Oh my gosh, why would a teacher make homework 0%? What that does not mean is that we don't have homework in this class. We will have homework most days. Almost every day you're going to go home with homework. So then the question next is, so then do we not have to do it? Again, that's not the case. I will check the homework every day, we'll go over the homework every day, and I will post your homework onto your Skyward gradebook so that you and your parents can see what homework you have completed and what you have not completed. The reason why homework is 0% is this. Your grade in my class at the end of each quarter is going to be a reflection of how much you have learned or how much you really understand now. If you have an A in my class, that means that every topic that we've covered, you have mastered. If you have a B in my class, it's going to say that every topic that we've covered, you did a good job with. Okay? And the same thing, if you fail my class, it's going to mean you did not learn enough of the things that we wanted you to learn to pass the class. Homework in my class is going to be treated like practice. In order to do well on the tests and the quizzes and the projects, it is going to be absolutely necessary that you do your homework. If you don't do them, you will be very ill prepared for those tests, quizzes, and projects. The more homework you do, the better you will do on those tests, quizzes, and projects because you will have gotten your practice. If you show up to the game and you haven't done any practice, the game is going to suffer. And it's the same way in this class, that if you show up to a test not having done any homework, that's going to show up. And so in your grade book, if you are getting a D in my class and you come to me and you say, why am I getting a D? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at your homework and say, well, you're missing 3 homeworks in a row, and then the following test was a bad grade. That's why. Bottom line in my class, I'm going to assign homework. It's going to be for your good to get done, but it will not go into your total grade. Your grade in my class is going to be based entirely on your achievement. We also have a strong focus on learning for mastery in my class. What that means is, like I just said, at the end of the quarter, I want your grade to reflect what you know. If you get an A, that means you know everything I wanted you to know. So, I don't think it makes much sense when you're given a test, if you bomb it because you were ill prepared, but then a week later, you do all the homework and you relearn it. I don't think it makes much sense for you to keep that same bad grade. And so for that reason, I allow retakes in my class. If you bomb a test, I will let you retake it. There's going to be a couple things you need to do. You will make corrections on your old test or quiz. You'll do a new small assignment to show me that you now know how to do the material, because I don't want you to retake a test and fail it again. I want to see that you have improved. And then when you do that, I'll give you another version of the test so that you can show me you know how to do it now. Also, after every test, whether you do good or bad, I'm going to ask that everybody does a reflection. That means you're going to look at your test, see what you did well, see what you did poorly, and you're going to just kind of assess yourself on which parts you were better at and which parts you were worse at so that you can easily target in on what you need to retake. More questions on that you can definitely ask me. One big thing that I have in this class is that we have a safe learning environment, and these are very upfront. This is nothing new in my class that you've had in the past. Bullying and teasing, it has absolutely no place in this class. If I see it, there's going to be quick consequences for it. Respect is something else. I'm going to respect you, and if you ever feel disrespected, please tell me. But in return, I ask that you respect me when I'm talking. I ask that you respect your peers when they're giving answers. That means if somebody raises their hand and tries to give an answer, you don't try to shout your answer over them. It also means if somebody gives an incorrect answer, that we don't laugh and we don't do anything like that, because we're all here together trying to learn. Also, I want you to always feel free, come and talk to me. There is never a reason why you cannot talk to me. My door is always open to you. And finally, cheating, it hurts my little heart. And even more than my heart, it hurts your grade, so please don't do it. This is not my rule. If you open up your handbook, your student handbook, you're going to read this in it, that cheating is dishonest. It degrades one's character and reputation, and it impedes individual learning. Students found cheating will receive no credit. Alright. Along with your responsibilities in my class, I just want to remind you these are my expectations. That you would be in your seat, ready to work on time. That means by the time that bell rings, you are in your seat, quieted, and ready to go, because we work from the beginning of class to the end of class in here. Like I said, we've got a lot to get through, and we are going to work hard at it. You're going to have appropriate materials ready. I am not your paper supplier. I am not your pencil supplier, so make sure you bring paper, pencil, and any homework that you need for that day, every single class. Every day you're going to be faced with the decision, do you want to learn and succeed? Again, that is your decision. I'm asking that you would make the decision to learn and succeed. And come and talk to me with any concerns. So at the end of the year, my goal for you really is that you would look back on this year and you would be able to say, I really applied myself. I am proud of the work that I did, and this grade that I received is very reflective of what I learned in the class. I want this to be an accomplishment for you, because that's really what this is. You're getting into higher level math. We're segueing between middle school and high school, and you're getting into higher level math. You're getting to a point where your common American citizen will not be able to do the things that you can do at the end of this year. And so I want you to be proud of that. But in order to be proud of that, you need to work hard. And I will be here if you need any help with that. So like I said, please contact me if you have any concerns. I've got my contact information on this page. And I look forward to a good year with you.